Welcome back to Downgrade Arcade, everybody, and to Spyro the Reignited Trilogy.
Welcome back to Dragons.
We're doing dragon stuff. We're killing people. This is definitely a friendly kids game where no violence ever occurs.
We're out here on the streets, murdering people.
I'm pretty sure I already got this guy once before, but I really just have to make sure.
Double jeopardy. Sometimes people have to die twice, like Sekiro.
Yeah.
What was that thing that you collected that went to the top right?
I think that's like points towards getting another life or something.
Oh, so you can like farm these guys.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's like they have to give you something and you've already gotten their gems that you have to collect. That dude's holding a gem. Does that mean anything?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like the guy that I
But there's like...
just torched.
But he's not gonna have any... He's not gonna have any gems on, even though he's holding a gem.
Because I already got him.
Okay.
Like, I've already killed him once.
Right.
So he just drops these little, like, points
Okay.
that contribute to the number of deaths I'm allowed to have.
Okay. So we're looking for the last dragon.
The last dragon. And we've done Artisan, Stonehill, Dark Hollow, Town Square, and Sunny Flight. Mostly.
Good
Admittedly,
enough.
I'm missing a few things, but we're just here to hang out and have fun, not be completionists. So if that's what you're looking for, then you're gonna be sad.
Yeah, Sarah was here to be a completionist, but then I made her stop.
And then he said, none of that, please, and thank you.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, it's this little thing.
This little nook.
This little nookity
This little
nook.
Tom Nook. You can buy furniture from this little nook.
That's a game that we may or may not ever play.
Do you think that Tom Nook is like the CEO of IKEA?
Oh my god. I can see it. I would appoint Tom Nook as the CEO of IKEA.
Or do you think he's like, he's the small like mom and pop shop? Or like pop and two kids shop that...
The Pop and Two Kid shop.
Yeah, that like he hates like corporate furniture. Like all the rooms to go in IKEA. He's very against that. And you you shop at his place and it's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't believe in big furniture or whatever.
Toasty.
I support my local places. It's like a hipster place.
Is this where I'm supposed to go next?
Go to Toasty. That sounds fun.
I don't know if this is right.
I think it is. Get in the oven.
Okay.
Climb in the oven, Spyro. It's time
We're gonna bake some cookies.
It's time to get toasty.
Confronting Toasty. I really don't feel like this is...
Dude, we're gonna confront Toasty, dude.
It's been so long since I've played this game that I don't remember if there's like level bosses or whatever.
I think this is a boss. It says confronting Toasty.
Yeah, this is a confrontation.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, I think it is.
Oh, wizards.
Yeah, there's wizards.
That's cool.
Wizards and dogs. Ouch. I don't like this dog.
Wizard's best friend, the dog.
The dog. Okay.
See, that's like the sad old like basset hound that I describe when I'm like, "Oh, get him, Trigger."
That is definitely a trigger.
Yeah. There's Trigger the dog.
You weren't supposed to do that to me again.
He's not a good dog, but he's my dog. He doesn't pay his taxes on time. That's old Trigger. I like how you char him, and then you're like, oh, he's injured, but he's not dead. Flame him again.
Flame him, dude.
Yeah. So it's a little grotesque.
A little bit. But it's kind of like, I don't know. They do this in Disney movies too, where there are things that are like...
I actually don't like that.
Wow.
That dogs are an enemy in this game. You know
How did you feel about the Bloodborne dogs?
That's fine, because those are like that's like the sad dog. That's like the sad dog that you have to put down. Like the vet is like, hey man, the least cool thing you could do would be to let this thing live. Please just put it out of its misery.
Yeah, I guess you feel like you're doing it a service.
Yeah.
Man, these things are ridiculous.
I remember
I forgot about this.
my sister asked me once, she was like, did they do they like? Is the dog
Damn
like
it.
when they cremate a dog or whatever? Is it already dead?
Dude.
Or do they like do it while they're alive? She didn't know. She thought
She thought that people were
maybe-
out here burning dogs alive.
Yeah. Well, like it was a form of like, because she was aware that like sometimes dogs.
No, please
She
don't
knew
do
the
this to
concept
me.
of like
Don't do this to me.
sometimes dogs get old.
I
And
don't.
you have to put them down. And she was familiar with that, and she's familiar with the fact that sometimes you have to cremate dogs or whatever. But she's like, what happens or whatever? Like, did they just escort him into the? Like, yeah, that's what they do. They go, all right, and then the family just stands outside, the glass window of the oven at the vet clinic, and they're just like, bye, Fluffy.
That is so upsetting. Like I can't even.
That was my sarcastic way of edifying her. And then she was like, okay. Enough said, asshole. I get it. But yeah, that's what this is reminding me of.
Bye, Fluffy.
It could be worse. I mean, there are worse ways to die, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, burn alive is pretty
Arguably.
bad. Like, you could be crucifying dogs. That'd be worse.
Oh my god.
That's what you do to someone who's like the local like drug dealer, who like gave fentanyl to like all the youngins in your neighborhood, and you finally catch them and you crucify them to like a lamppost or like an electrical, whatever.
So
That's what you gotta do. You have to set an example for the other drug dealers.
right. So I'm never electing you or voting for you for any position of power ever. Is
Dude,
what
I
I'm
should be-
hearing.
This is vigilante justice that we're speaking of. I'm not saying that this should be public policy. However, it probably would be pretty effective.
It's super effective.
I mean, it's brutal, but I don't know. I mean, why did we stop doing all these things? Why did we stop crucifying people in the streets? Like, what changed?
Maybe because it's kind of visceral and gross. Like, do you really want to walk down to like your local bakery and be like, "Oh, there's Jimmy. He got crucified for giving fentanyl to the kids." Do you want to see that, like, in your
I mean, now we have
day-to-day?
okay, the modern form of crucifixion is like true crime, right? Let me explain.
Okay,
So-
please do.
So like crucifixion or like, just public, sentencing, whatever. Public executions, any kind of justice dispensed, for an audience or displayed for people to see.
Did I
right.
get everything?
I think so. Yeah. You killed Frosty or whatever his name was.
Toasty.
And
The
you freed some
opposite of
dragons.
Frosty. Yeah, this is just a pretty linear level.
Yeah. Well, it was like a boss fight or whatever.
Is there like a...
But
It still says I'm missing gems.
oh well. 94% still an A.
Alright.
But it was an example, right? Because like to get people to follow the laws, you're like, when you're at that tavern brawl or whatever, and you're like, oh damn, that I would really like to follow that guy home, and put
So
a knife in his
relatable.
throat or whatever. Well, I'm talking about like medieval bullshit or whatever. Anyway. But like the
Medieval
reason that you don't do that is because then you wake up the next morning, like you said, and you go to the baker, and they're like, oh, can I get you un croissant? And
Croissant.
and then meanwhile, looming in the background is Jimmy, just flayed and crucified across the road, as an example. And then you think to yourself, you're like,
Oh, wait, this
I
isn't the
really
one.
do want. When I woke up this morning, I told myself I want to do two things today. I want to get a croissant and I want to kill my neighbor. But now that I've seen this crucifixion, I'm like, you know what? Actually, murder. I probably shouldn't do murder. because I'm going to end up like him, and that looks painful. Okay, we don't do crucifixions anymore. Maybe it's because it's sanitary. Maybe it's because it's whatever. I just had a moment outside myself where we're just like, hey, Spyro, would you like to ride on my balloon? Oh, yeah, I would. Thanks so much. And I'm like, the reason we don't crucify people anymore.
Yeah, we're going to go to
crucifying
Peacekeepers,
more
by the
motherfuckers.
way.
Yeah.
This
But
is what we
anyway.
do in the Peacekeepers world. We crucify motherfuckers.
But no, it's true crime now serves this function. True crime is now the public execution because you put on the TV and you see the awful things that happen to people that commit crimes and whatever.
I guess.
You
But
know?
a lot of these true crime shows are like, look at the awful thing that happened to Stacy, and now she's dead, murdered, and cut up into pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
I guess
it's like crime and
kind of
punishment.
similar.
Not Dostoevsky, but like you see, or like the judge shows or whatever. I don't watch any of this, by the way, but I'm aware that it exists, and I feel like it serves a cultural, a social function. You know what I mean?
Welcome to Peacekeepers.
Yeah.
Look how our treasure has been stolen.
Oh, is this like the new area?
Please.
Yeah, this
Peacekeepers?
is a new world.
This guy's badass.
Yeah, they kind of have like,
Collect treasure. Got it. What I've been doing this whole game? Cool, just more of the same shit? Oh, thanks.
great.
That's like when you're working someplace and you're just like, okay, I just did 50,000 of this thing. Okay, boss, like, what do you need me to do? More of that. Oh, okay.
Collect this.
Oh, dude, it's like straight up Napoleon.
Yeah.
like
This
a
is what I was talking about
Bombardier General.
in a previous episode about how they have like an army or whatever.
Can you shoot those cannons?
Yeah, check it out. I think you
Really?
can anyways. You can like aim them.
Oh, nice, dude.
Okay, so yeah, I'll try to
That's awesome.
like get this guy.
I always hate in games when there's like a gun or like a cannon that you can't shoot. Oh, dude, you pegged him.
I nailed his ass. I'm gonna kill these bunnies.
I always hate that. Even if it does nothing, even if there's no game function to it, I want to shoot the thing. Like the cannon in Bloodborne, for instance, when you're like, God, we talk about this game a lot.
Yeah.
When you go up the hill and there's a cannon and the dude shoots it at you, and then you go and you kill him and then you can shoot his cannon. Same thing with like the Gatling gun, although you can't shoot the Gatling gun from the top of the roof. So
Right.
that frustrates me. But
I didn't like that.
no. But I like any game where there's like a ballista or something, and you
If
can
it's
just
in the environment, shouldn't you be able to use it?
yeah. And I love how it makes no sense. Like you'd need a team of people to like load the thing, clean it,
Yeah.
between, or like a ballista, you need a crane to come over and load a giant bolt in. But meanwhile, you just walk up to it and press A and it fires. It's great. I love it.
It's nice.
Hey, it's just nice.
It's nice. You get to fire the gun and do
It's
none of the
nice.
work. It's nice.
What are you gonna do about it? It's nice.
What are you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta fire the gun.
Sometimes you gotta shoot a motherfucker in the face. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Not shoot him?
Yeah.
That should be. I mean, I guess that is already the law. Not shooting people. That's like the main thing.
Yeah. That's kind of like a thing. Ooh. He really did give me
I
with
don't know.
that.
We do have a problem with like shootings in this country.
You don't say.
Yeah. Like film shootings. No, just kidding.
Shoot photography,
A lot
not people.
A lot of dead people. I mean, less than you'd think, given how much you hear about it. But it's just, it's a availability heuristic or whatever. But anyway, point being, I feel like if we crucified more people, there might be fewer shootings.
Perhaps.
The other
Is
issue
this
is
your solution to?
yeah. I mean, it doesn't solve the people
I
that
don't
it's
know.
like shooting suicide case
Damn it.
or like
Come back to this.
they then shoot themselves because that's what are you gonna do with those people? Like they clearly don't care. But for everyone else, I feel like that would kind of cover it. I love these armored dragons.
I know. I love his like little dragon mustache.
Yeah, I'm jealous of people that have mustache skills like that.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't like. I can grow some facial hair, but it's not very thick. So it's really limiting. You know.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
guess you
people-
can't like style it up.
Right.
Can't get a bunch of that mustache wax and really go crazy.
Like it seems intuitive, but a lot of people don't realize that like if you're the sort of person that where you can't grow like a big full beard, you know when you picture someone like a big beard, it's like you probably can't do the like stubble like partially shaved thing.
You are a good
Yeah, because it's all about the thickness.
Yeah. Which I'm somewhere in between that. So but anyway, it's like you have to be able to kind of grow a beard to be able to do, you know, for it to look really good, really healthy. Because that's the thing that humans are attracted to, having a lot of hair. You know? It shows that you're healthy. But, you know, I'm clearly some kind of like Irish genetic abnormality where, you know, I can't grow hair properly. So, except on my legs. But no one wants that.
You are very fuzzy.
Yeah.
You are a fuzzy bear.
Like my chest, my back, they don't get really hairy, but my legs, yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but
Yeah, you know, just
It's
making
something.
conversation.
yeah. Not gonna get crucified over it or anything.
Oh. So we don't live in Brendan's dystopian society.
Yeah. Yeah, just every morning when you wake up, just be lucky you don't live in my dystopian society. If I was emperor of the universe, I don't know what I would, you know, there's a lot of policies and stuff. You have to have a very like clear ideology to, you know, come up with all the major plans and stuff like that. But I really do feel like the main thing when administering a government or something is that people are going to run it, right? You have like the age-old issue of like a monarchy where, you know, you have a monarch who's really great. You know, you have like Charlemagne who's like, he unites all of France.
Right.
Or
You the young dragon I've been hearing so much about?
like
Since you're a wee
what's his name?
We've known
Barbarossa, Holy Roman Emperor, Empire,
forget.
right? And then they do great. Alexander the Great, another one. And in their lifetime, they accomplish a lot. They have a, you know, successful country, albeit built on conquest in those cases that I just gave. But whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's successful, and then they die, and then someone else takes over. You know, their offspring or someone else, and it falls apart. In all of those cases, it falls apart. Right? I mean, you know, it lasts a little bit in Germany and, you know, France and stuff like that, but it's not the same, and it didn't grow as much as it would have if they were just an immortal dictator or something. Like in, you know, if you play Civilization. Have you ever played Civilization?
I haven't, actually.
It's very fun.
It looks fun.
It's super fun. I love it. It's just like, it's an excellent game to like chill out to.
Yeah, and just like, you know, kind of world build.
Yeah. Well, so for anyone who doesn't know, it's like a turn-based game. You play it against computer or other people. You select a country, and then you're like, you get like a person that represents that country. So like if I'm America, I'd be George Washington. But as the turns go on, years progress, like decades progress. So it's like, okay, George Washington has now lived for, you know, 1,000 years or something.
Oh, that was exciting to watch.
So anyway, Civilization. But the issue is coming up with a system to get people to get qualified people to run the country, basically. You should fly to that island.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I can actually get to it from here.
I think you can.
I feel like I have to go from that direction, but I'm not entirely
I think you
sure.
can get there from here. Yeah, you got this.
And nice.
Nice job.
Nailed it.
So I think that's the main thing to do. Once you have that down and you have a system for that in
Oh,
place.
I don't have the key yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't realize there was a locked.
I misdirected you.
Well, that's okay. I can always come back.
Yeah. But once you have that down, I feel like you have a good system of governance.
Didn't I
And
miss
so
something over here?
That's the
or-
main thing that I would focus on. You could do this sort of like oligarchical approach of like have a kind of elite body of like future, leaders or whatever attend some academy or something, which I've ideated over. Great premise for like a book or something, but probably not great in actuality. The main thing is to, prevent corruption essentially. Because that's really where everything goes wrong,
Right.
And it's also just like, it's human nature. You get up into a position of power and you're like, hey, someone pisses me off.
Hey,
Like,
someone pissing me off.
I would tell you, I would say, I don't think I would crucify anyone. I don't think I would. I think I would try not to. You know what I mean? I think I would be actually pretty good as a leader. But I don't know, man. Like, I might.
You don't know what power would do to you because you've never had it, I guess.
I mean, imagine, it's hard to imagine having ultimate power. And it's like, there are times in life where you're like, I want to crucify this person. And then you get addicted to it. And then you're just crucifying people left and right all the time. And just saying all of this makes me think like I'm probably the sort of person that would end up doing that. So, yeah, vote for me. In like 30 years, I'm gonna try to run for Senate or something.
And they're gonna play this clip and be like,
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No? Question mark? Oh no.
Like my political advisor's just like, hey, I deal with a lot of candidates and whatever. There's a lot of people have skeletons in their closet.
Yeah,
but-
that's normal, but this
you. What? What do I have? Well,
you
let me just
are
play
a
this.
skeleton.
Let me just play this back. And you tell me what's wrong with it.
Yeah, you tell me. What the fuck is wrong with this?
It's like, yeah, if I had any amount of power, especially if I was, the
senator.
the senator of Oklahoma, I'd be out there in the cornfields crucifying people. It's just like, it's very specific.
Yeah.
But maybe in 30 years, that's all the rage, Maybe at some point we come around to the idea that
Ooh, I see a shiny.
we need more archaic, brutal forms of, public execution. It's possible.
Maybe that's the new trend.
Yeah. So, this looks like a Chinese food place. It's like castle.
I feel like I've definitely seen places that look like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I know where the key is, by the way, so I have to.
You do?
Yeah, I saw
thought you
it
were
on a
just wandering
ledge.
around lost.
No,
Okay.
no, so I have to get back
Nice.
to it. That was a total flop.
How does this control?
It's pretty smooth, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the camera
remember-
was a little wonky at first, but
Yeah.
you kind of get used to it.
The Spyro I played, Enter the Dragonfly or whatever,
Oh, here we go. Here's the shiny.
that I feel like I was constantly frustrated with the controls.
Yeah,
So-
this feels very smooth because they completely redid this game.
Right. I mean, if it looks as good as it feels, I imagine that it's probably pretty competently programmed.
And it's not perfect or anything, but
You just know that the people that made this remake loved this game.
yeah.
They were huge fans.
Because they kept the whole essence of it, the same color palettes,
Yeah.
all of that.
But yeah, this is a complete love letter to these three games. That's really cool to see.
Yeah. And while I didn't play the originals, I feel it,
Yeah. It's cool to
How do I get over there?
I don't know. Can you I guess you can't really climb on top of this castle.
Do I
Can
just
you just
run at it?
and jump and glide from here?
No.
No.
That would be too easy. Too easy.
But yeah, and it's like a thing with, game designers. It's like, first of all, it's uber competitive field, right? Because everyone wants to work in entertainment. I mean, California. Okay. Need I say more? And,
Prime example, I guess.
Huh?
Prime example.
Yeah. And then people want to get into video games if you want to program or whatever. You want to get into video games if you want to get into entertainment. But then you get there and you end up working on like a lot of projects that you don't want to work on. Maybe like the people that originally worked on the old Spyro. I don't know. You think if you fly from there?
What is that? Oh, that's the path from the other place that leads down to here.
Yeah, no, that's not higher. Wait, what about that? No. If you look to the left, it's like a rock. I guess that's just the background. Is there any way to like climb up in this castle? Like, have you looked at like every side of every one of these turrets?
I mean, I guess I could check it out.
Can you like fake out the return home thing that like sends you up in the air and jump out of it?
You cannot fake that out. At least not that I'm aware of.
That's like some D&D player logic right there.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, but
just hack the
it sends
system.
me up, right? And it's like, yeah, it does. It's like, okay, so I want to jump out of it the last second. No, yeah.
Okay, roll for it.
Yeah, that's always the thing. Just tell them, just roll for it. But
if you pull this shit off, I swear to God.
Oh, yeah, what if you fly to there?
I thought I already did that, but maybe I fell and didn't finish.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, but it is higher.
It is pretty
I'm
high.
so high right now. Oh, and then I bet you anything, I fly around.
To the left. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice job.
We are so smart. No.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. I am so stupid. I am so dumb. Who let me live?
It's like that.
Kill me now.
That song that's like, I need to get high.
Well, I also did need a rabbit.
That's the plot of Spyro. That's most of the puzzles, is finding the place from which to fly.
From which to get high.
Yeah. To glide to the next place. I remember that from the old one that I played.
Yeah. You gotta seek verticality.
Yeah.
Okay, and then after I did that, what did I do? I climbed
up to your left. Yeah.
I did this,
Yep.
and then I went over here.
Fly to the castle.
And then you do this.
To the Chinese takeout castle.
Like this, and then you stop over here for some Chinese food, and then you go this way.
Man, it's been a long time since I've had Chinese food.
Same here. I feel like it's hard to find like really good quality Chinese food here for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, like compared to Houston or something, the Asian population in Austin is not actually that high. So, and I feel like, and we definitely have good places, but in terms of, I mean, like, you compare this to like,
I think he's talking about Chinese food.
Was he?
I didn't catch that, but
I knew what he said.
Something flame broiled and a pinch of salt and.
Oh.
Yeah, it
some
sounded
5 spice.
Sounded nice.
Sesame. But anyway, there's fewer places than like on the coasts. There's just less of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good Korean places here.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good place for every cuisine. We're actually pretty spoiled for food in Austin, but I mean,
we complain anyways.
Don't come at me with like, oh, New York, Paris.
Yeah, we know.
It's not the premier place, but we do have a lot of great spots, and relative to a lot of the country. So there. And yeah, it's still America. And yeah, we don't take food seriously, but I mean,
we still eat poison, but
yeah,
it's fine.
So I need to get like, I would love to have like a Japanese like konbini diet. You just pay like, the yen equivalent of like less than $5 and get like a giant super healthy like meal of fish and stuff.
Yeah, I think very frequently to myself that I wish our diets could be different. Like, I wish we could get more for
You could probably fly from here.
like what we.
Oh,
That was a mistake.
sorry.
God damn it, Brendan.
I'm sorry.
Leading me astray. And I trusted. I did a big trust.
I got greedy.
Yeah, no, I knew it had to be from the other ledge, and I thought, well, maybe I have the key. Maybe they'll be nice to me.
I haven't played this game before. I don't know how I do.
You don't know how it do. You silly goober. But at any rate, what were you saying about how the food sucks here?
I was just talking about Chinese food. I'm just qualifying my opinions. Preemptively, I'm not like, oh, we're the king of whatever, we're amazing. It's like,
It's alright.
you know. Like I saw this Reddit post the other day, and someone was like, home slices is like mid or whatever. And I was like, well, I disagree. But, I mean, for here, pretty damn good. I mean, you compare it to like New York pizza, like, you know, you have your one place in New York City that's, incredible.
Hell
it's like,
yeah.
it's not that. It's a different place, but, you know, they do have sourdough crust, so
that's nice.
it's New York style. But
I
anyway.
have to go back this way.
All right,
Damn
well,
it.
we got all the gems. So next time, we'll go to the next level.
Yeah, and that's all for this particular level in the Peacekeepers world.
Yeah, we've kept the peace.
We've done something, certainly.
Via crucifixion.
Yeah. That's what Spyro does in his spare time, I bet you anything.
He Spyro's out of control.
Oh.
Just like that.
Just like that.
All right.
You saw him do it.
Well,
Can't tell us that we lied to you.
we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for joining us for another episode. If you liked it, please hit the button that makes us happy.
Yeah, hit
makes
the
us-
good button.
it
You know
makes
which
us-
button to push.
Yeah, you know the one. We don't
You-
have to tell you.
You know how it goes.
It makes us smile every time you do.
All right. We're going to finish Spyro Notebook.
What?
Well, not next episode, but more of it.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.